Hey there, how we doing today? My name is Sherilyn and I'm here to do your daily energy check-in. This one is going to be for Saturday, September 6th. And this particular video here is going to be for my Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus. We're going to start today at Pisces. So this one right here is for my Pisceans or Pisceses. Okay, there you go. All right, let's see what you get. Pisces. Alrighty, we've got the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the focus is on your 10 of Cups. You are focused on your emotional fulfillment. Okay, that's where you're headed. That's what you want. That's what you work towards, period. That's where you're at. Okay, that's the focus. On one side I have the Knight of Cups. On the other side I have the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is speaking of some sort of regret or a sense of loss that you are dealing with right now. Knight of Cups is speaking of some kind of, it's the knight in shining armor. So it's like, so you're still focused on your emotional fulfillment. You're dealing with some sort of loss here. I feel like somebody has disappointed you pretty greatly for some reason. And I feel like you're choosing to not rush in and try to save the situation with that person. I think you're hurt and I think you're upset about whatever's transpired, but you are choosing to turn your back on the situation and walk away. I don't know if this is a situation where you've been just hurt repeatedly, so this was the straw that broke the camel's back, or if this is just whatever the wounding was like a deal breaker. I don't know. I definitely feel though like that you have opted to walk away or to ride off. As the knight in shining armor, you're riding away from the situation. You're still focused on your emotional fulfillment and trying to get there. This was just somebody that you had felt like you could invest into, and apparently they've done something to greatly disappoint you, and that is the you could probably ride in and save the situation if you wanted to, but you're opting not to. You're opting to go the other direction. So, but it still feels like good energy. You're still focused on what it is you want to get to. So I wouldn't say it's really all that tragic. It's just unfortunate a little bit. Okay, that's what I got for Pisces. Let's go to Aries. Aries, what you got for today? Aries. Well, that was a heck of a shuffle, wasn't it? Oh, well, we're going to take it. Okay. We're going to take it. Aries. All right. We've got the Death card, the Hierophant, and the Hangman. Well, today's a pivotal day, at any rate. 3 major arcana. The focus here is on something that you have a very much so have a higher level of commitment towards. It could be a marriage or a relationship. It could also be a job or a profession. It could even be a way of thinking or a religion. But it's something that you have, you're very committed to this, right? You have a higher level of commitment towards this thing. On one side, I have the Death card. On the other, I have the Hangman. So whatever this commitment is that you have towards, whatever you have it towards, okay? You're feeling stuck right now because parts of you, you're not trying to change the commitment. The commitment's still there. It's not going to change, okay? You're committed to whatever this is. But your thoughts on this particular thing have started to change without trying to change the commitment. So it's like, let's just say it's a marriage. You're still very much so in love with this person. You're not trying to leave. You're not trying to get a divorce. But there's something here about maybe your attitudes or your beliefs in different things have changed. So there's something here about an evolution taking place that's causing a transformation that is making you feel stuck. You feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place right now while you try to explain your new outlook on things. I really hope that all made sense at any rate. And it's, I couldn't tell you if it's towards a relationship, a job, a career. I'm not sure what it's towards. Maybe it's a career and you've been in forever and you believe this kind of science and all of a sudden something else has changed your mind and you believe a different way. So trying to explain that to people is very difficult for you right now. So you're like between a rock and a hard place, trying to find a new perspective. You're going through changes. You're going through an evolution here, and it's hard for you to explain it is what I feel like. So the energy is good. You're growing. That's a good thing. But it's a little difficult for you to explain it to your constituents. Is that what you call them? Your whatever. Whether that's your wife or your coworkers or whatever it is. Okay? That's what I have for today. I really hope that made sense. On we go to Taurus. Here we go. Taurus, what do we got for today? Okay. Taurus. If you haven't gone over to YouTube and followed me there, it would probably be a good idea. I would appreciate it greatly, just because I need more numbers there, and because they're talking about taking this down again, you know. It's like a constant thing they have just to keep us uneasy. Okay, here we go. For Taurus, we've got the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and then the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, everybody's getting the Knight of Cups today. That's a biggie, huh? It's a very popular card. Different decks, still same card. Knight of Cups. This is all about, in this case, this looks as though this is about somebody bringing in an offer. Okay, you've got, because, so the focus is on this offer that you are expecting, anticipating, you're waiting on. This feels like for a lot of you, maybe this is like you've been dating somebody for quite some time, you're waiting on a proposal, or you've been dating for some time, you're waiting on somebody to make this official, that kind of stuff. Maybe you married a couple of years ago and they promised you guys were going to get to have kids. You're ready for that part. Whatever the part is, it's like an evolution. You're moving to the next step is what you're waiting on. You're waiting on this person to bring the offer in, though. Okay? Ten of Cups is where you're headed. That is your emotional fulfillment. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, the wheel is spinning in your favor. And you know that, but you are definitely over there trying to grease the middle of it or trying to figure out how to make it spin faster, because you are feeling a little bit impatient, I think, towards whatever this is, because you've been waiting for a minute. Patience is a virtue, you know. Virtue is its own reward, but you are definitely running short on patience a little bit right now. You feel like there's an urgency here. I'm not so sure the other person involved is quite as driven as far as the urgency part goes, but that's okay. Yeah, that's what I got. It's good energy. It's just other than the fact that you're growing impatience, that's all. Okay. All right, now we are back around to Aquarius. Okay, for my Aquariuses. What do we get for Aquarius? Aquarius.